Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Alamo Bowl Watchalong. We're here to watch USC take on TCU in the Alamo Bowl, back in the state of Texas, with yet another chance to end the curse and get a win in the Lone Star State for the first time since 1997? 7? Producer?
Six.
96. That's Michael producing, and obviously I'm Alicia here watching this game. It's going to be really interesting. I literally just had a Notre Dame fan quote tweet me because I mentioned that it looked like there would be 15 starters or would-be starters missing from this game. Said bowl games should be abolished. No one wants to watch a bunch of backups. Glad ND opted out. I could not disagree more. That's my favorite part of bowl games because in the end, winning does matter to me. It always matters to me. But in the end, what this game is about is the backups. It's about the guys who will be starters next year, will be competing for starting jobs next year, getting their opportunity to play. Like, these guys have put blood, sweat, and tears into this season, and they haven't been able to get their opportunities on the field very often, or have played second fiddle to other guys at their position, or have done the thankless work, and now they get to go out there and show what they've got, and we get to see what they've got. If you don't like watching backups play, then I don't know, maybe you just don't like your team that much, because I love these guys getting the opportunity. Like, I am so excited for Tano Kynes. I'm really, really excited for Zacharias Williams to get the start. King Miller is obviously starting. We may see Waymo. He was warming up. I suspect we're going to see packages for Hazong Longstreet tonight. Let's see who else is getting their opportunity. Hayden Treater's getting a start at left guard. Big opportunity for him. Jaden Walker is starting, I think, for the first time this year. Alex Graham is out there at nickel. Kennedy Urlacher's getting the start at safety. DeCarlos Nicholson gets a chance to go out in his final game at the college level. Perhaps, ever. We'll see what he does as far as the NFL goes. So there is a lot to like about being in a bowl game is what I'm saying. And I'm just really happy to be sitting here on December 30th watching USC play. The season ending is the worst part of the season, and getting to extend it another month. Let's do this. But as they're talking about on the broadcast right now, Eric Henderson is going to be calling plays for USC and running the show defensively. I'm just going to reset my stream just to make sure I'm fully live because I've been watching the past games. Eric Henderson in place of Danton Lynn, who is obviously going to Penn State. He's not coaching the team today. In a weird turn of events, he's not coaching, but this will be Eric Henderson's chance to show what he's got as a play caller. He and others may have opportunities, DC opportunities coming their way. So this is a big moment for the coaches as well. Jabroni Jabberbrody, there's the kickoff. Asked if I'm on a delay. Yes, but I'm hoping it's less than normal because I'm watching on ESPN instead of Fubo. So I am currently looking at Jaden Mayava with his season snapshot getting ready. I will still announce the play clock so that you guys can sync up with where I'm watching. Right now we are at 25 seconds. Just hit 25 seconds on the play clock. I'm hoping the delay is not that much, because it's ESPN and not Fubo, but we will also see. And my recommendation to everybody who's watching is maybe just pause your stream until you sync up with mine, so that it's all aligned. There's the snap and a handoff to King Miller, who fights for a few yards. I'm just happy to see King Miller playing again. Jabroni Jabberbrody is also here to see King Miller become King 1K. How many yards does he need, Michael, to hit 1K?
120.
Empty backfield. Mayava back to pass. Little dump Carson Tabarachi, the tight end, another guy who's changed positions, who's had his sort of Trojan journey flipped upside down at times, and he gets a chance to start at tight end because Lake McCree are not playing today. I think we're going to also see Nella Tupoi. Says Robbie, well, sorry, 20 seconds. Not much I can do. It's 3rd and 6. Mayava going outside to Jaden Richardson. That's a nice little route. I like that.
How did you log into ESPN? I don't understand.
I go to the scores page. The scores page on CFB.
How did
and then
you log in?
Log in with the login that we use?
Yeah, but we don't have ESPN.
Yeah, we do because we have a Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN. Use the Disney Plus login. It's a package. I'm 15 minutes ahead of West Texas, Mike. Well, that is going to be a problem. All right, 19 on the play clock. Here is Mayava with the handoff to King. Oh, no, Mayava with the keeper. All right. Fooled me. Backing up in the chat, Steve from the Bay Area, the more Notre Dame fans tweet, the more I realize how truly classist they are. Listen, I know a lot of Notre Dame fans, and I love them. Notre Dame fans I've had really good interactions with in person, and I have had wonderful experiences going on Notre Dame podcasts and everything. But I agree. The Notre Dame fans on Twitter are the worst fans I've ever had to deal with. 12 on the play clock. King in the back.
It says unable to access the event.
Oh, well, I don't. Alv over the middle. Dropped by Hines? Or was that behind him? Is it because I'm using it?
I have no idea. You were like 30 seconds ahead of me on Fubo, so that's fine.
Hold on. I'm going to send you.
No, I know what to do. Hold on.
Here's the big punt down to the 15. Good punt. Okay, hold on. This isn't my...
Don't worry about it. I got it.
You got it? Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm getting myself back together. Somebody earlier said, where was it? Oh, Robbie said, hey now, nice short now. Yeah, thank you. More shorts on TikTok, on YouTube. I've been doing quicker sort of analysis. The goal of those, they're called bubble slants. The goal of those videos is to be like 10 minutes. But Michael and I had been talking about used to doing reading a script, and so I wrote a script for Danton Lynn leaving. It's only 5 minutes because it didn't feature me rambling the way I normally do. So yeah, it's meant to be longer, but I guess 5 minutes. If I got everything that I needed to say in there, then that's good use of my time and your time. So. That was a Met opening drive. Jabroni Jabber Brody says, yeah, I think that was very much a couldn't really get into rhythm kind of drive. USC needs to be able to run the ball a little bit more consistently. That probably is going to be hard today, given the upset on the offensive line as far as plugging in a lot of guys who don't have a lot of playing experience next to each other or at all. So hopefully they settle in a little bit and USC can get that run game going more. But I felt like the run game stagnating really didn't help things. Also, the tight end little dump off out into the flat thing has never worked. Was a play on that drive. So maybe do less of that. Update, I'm drinking a vodka cranberry today. Mostly because we have too much vodka in this household. I bought a Costco-sized thing of vodka, of Kirkland vodka, without realizing that I had an entire full Costco-sized thing of vodka at home. So yeah, I have a lot of vodka, and it's in inconveniently sized bottles. So I'm gonna be trying to work my way through those with vodka cranberries and White Russians and the like. West Texas Mike says, I'm embarrassed by USC's posture. If USC is trying to force Notre Dame's hand into the Big Ten, I get it, but I feel like USC is ducking the Irish. I disagree, and I think Lincoln Riley had the perfect explanation of what happened. Here's TCU with 18 on the play clock. I'll talk about that during the next. Got outside. Maybe I'll talk about that more during the next commercial break. But if you didn't see Lincoln Riley's comments, I think that's the right approach for USC to explain this whole thing, and I think he's correct. I think USC is less dodging Notre Dame and more trying to make playing Notre Dame less costly in a given year, which I too think, who cares? Just play them and live with it. But big stop in the backfield. That's Christian Pierce. Yes. Love that from Christian Pierce. I love seeing USC get a stop on 3rd and short.
I don't know. It's 2nd down for me.
You're on 2nd down?
I told you you're way ahead.
Were you able to get onto
No,
ESPN?
I can't get into your Disney account. I cannot. Even with your password. It doesn't work. It's probably because it's only one device.
Is it my old password?
It's not the old pass. It's the correct password. I'm just complaining to complain. Ignore me.
Okay.
I'll just watch the game tomorrow.
Somebody said that there's an ESPN tab now on Disney. Can you get into Disney Plus at all?
Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to problem solve here. I think you're having the same problem that I always have, where we're logged into the wrong account. All right, 14 on the play clock. USC's at the 30. Is that James Johnson? Over the middle. That's Chinook Hines coming up with a big play. That's a nice catch. $19 on the play clock. Here's a handoff to King's. Got some room. Nice 10-yard gain. That's more like it. All right, 22 on the play clock. USC's at the 40. Another handoff to King. Another nice little cut. Ugh, I love him. I love him so much. Seriously, one of the best come out of USC in a long, long time. West Texas Spike says, let Alicia problem solve. Thank you. Thank you. 25 on the play clock. Here's motion. No, that's James Johnson. Nice. So who's number hold on, I've got who's 22? Corey Sims was in there on the motion earlier. Question, what's the point of a mouth guard if it only ever hangs from your helmet and it's never in your mouth? I wonder if they're required to have one, maybe? I wouldn't know if that's required, but all right, here's 10 on the play clock. Got in the pistol. That's pistol. King swallowed up right away. That one, maybe Mayava should have kept. All right, 20 on the play clock. Kat, love seeing you on TikTok lately. Thank you. I am trying to do more TikToks. I would like to do one daily. Holidays have been weird. 9 on the play clock. Two-man backfield. Well, 2 backs in the backfield. I mean, nice little cut from King, but he runs straight into his brother. All right, so USC could go for this here. I think they'll probably kick it, but yeah, they're kicking it. Jabroni Jabberota says, is King on scholarship? I imagine he's on scholarship. If not functionally at this point, then, literally. I don't know if they would do a video. I would hope they would do a video for him and Kaylon. I would hope, but we haven't seen that video, so maybe they're saving it. Maybe there's like a timing thing. There's Sayeri. Good. 40 yards. Robbie says you are required to have a mouth guard, so that would be why. Okay. The Notre Dame thing. So I agree with Michael, who said in the chat they're ducking each other. USC, I think in the era of the college football playoff, as much as I would like them to just take the hard route, because that's a me thing, they don't want to take the hard route. And I understand that. It makes sense. An out-of-conference game being played, at a different time every year, traveling out of conference every other year, all of that. It's complicated, it's messy, and it's inconvenient. And USC has put up with the inconvenience. This rivalry has always been inconvenient, but USC has put up with the inconvenience. And now with the college football playoff being what it is, they don't want to do that. So it's not that they're dodging Notre Dame, that they don't want to play Notre Dame, because I've explained, there's a whole video on YouTube that explains this more in depth. But the fact of the matter is, if USC wanted to dodge Notre Dame, they could have just canceled the rivalry. Like, I know there's like PR stuff, and nobody would have liked that, but the reality is USC doesn't gain anything from playing Notre Dame. The best thing for you, the team that benefits from the outcome that we have here is USC, because USC doesn't have to worry about strength of schedule. USC doesn't have to worry about legitimacy of their brand or whatever. Being in the Big Ten, if they're 10-2, they're going to be in and around the conversation no matter what. If they're 11-1, they're absolutely in. So, to me, even the act of offering to play at the start of the season is an act that is counter to USC's best interests from a like literal playoff standpoint. So USC is trying to dodge Notre Dame like part way, in that USC is trying to just make it easier, but they're not trying to dodge Notre Dame in terms of not play them at all, because obviously you didn't need to offer a start of the season compromise. Notre Dame just wants things their way. That's pretty simple. They just want things their way. It's easier for them to have USC locked in October and November because it's harder for them to schedule games in October and November. And I think part of them is that they don't want to capitulate to something that USC is asking for. There's a lot of pride going on. There's a lot of, they were already mad about getting left out of the playoff, and they're just sort of us against the worlding it right now. The fact of the matter is that USC and Notre Dame would be playing this year if Notre Dame had just said yes. And Notre Dame fans will try to convince you that you couldn't have played a week 0 game, which is absolute bullshit. You could play a week 0 game. The NCAA would give you a waiver if it was a one-off because of scheduling. USC could say that the Big Ten doesn't want them playing games later in the year, and Notre Dame's already full, so they could play in week 0. Also, Notre Dame could just cancel one of those bullshit out-of-conference games that they scheduled at the start of September. It wouldn't be that hard. USC and Notre Dame could both nix their opening opponents against G5 teams, and they'd figure it out. They'd find something else to do if both really wanted to play at the beginning of the season. So it's Notre Dame's choice to not play the game this year, this coming year. It's for me, it's that simple. Week 0 would have been possible. It was a legitimate offer. We know this. We've been told this. It was a legitimate week 0 offer. It was going to happen if Notre Dame just said yes. And Notre Dame said no. And so the game doesn't go on. 14 on the play clock. TCU has the ball. At the 25. Here's a throw to Carlos Nicholson in coverage. Good coverage. Oh, Michael, I texted you and I realized that you can't see the text because
I don't have my phone.
I know.
I know. We've gone over this.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Let
me help. Let me help. Is the account that you are trying to...
It's your Yahoo account.
Which one? Is it the one that...
It's your Yahoo. There's only one. You only have one
No,
Yahoo.
I have two. I have two Yahoos.
Well, it doesn't... You have no way to communicate to me right now, so don't worry about it.
No, I'm asking, is it the one with the underscore?
Yes.
Okay. It's a Robbie says at the center. It's a guard apparently. He looks like he's gonna be okay.
And when I go into Disney, it says we don't even have streaming access at all. So I don't know what you're doing.
Uh, 19 on the play clock. Here's another throw outside, well covered. 20. That's Alex Graham. That's the nickel. Okay. Steve from the Bay Area says, "Can we talk Bishop Fitzgerald? Good season, but unanimous All-American. He had the most interceptions of any safety in the Power Four. It's very simple, and he had the highest PFF grade of any safety in the Power Four. That's sort of what explains it. I agree, but okay, Michael, this is my last question, and I need you to just let me ask it, okay? Did you ever go to the scores page and hit watch on the USC TCU game?
No, let me try that.
Okay, do that because I wonder if I'm logged in through Fub. There's a big stop by Braylon Shelby. Good coverage. I'm pleased with the defense so far. Maybe that's all USC needed to have Eric Henderson calling the defense. There's a punt, 12 on the play clock. Oh, ooh, USC got guys through there. Oh, what a bounce, though. Damn. Brian says Lynn leaves and the defense gets. I mean, it's early, so I'm not gonna like do a victory lap yet. But they're playing hard, playing where they're supposed to be. The big thing that has changed is the play calling on who's running the play calling. So maybe that's Eric Henderson. It is going to be very interesting now that Lynn is leaving about how USC is going to handle the staff, because I feel like the defensive staff got put together very deliberately, and I wonder how much leeway any hire that comes in will have in terms of like hiring who they want. Like if you get Pete Kwiatkowski, basically he gets to just handpick his guys. But I wonder if you find a way to keep guys like Eric Henderson, because I think that he has a really strong recruiting record at this point. I would have liked to see more from USC's defensive line, but also it still feels like they haven't quite pulled that all together in terms of personnel. Tim asks, who is 10 on offense? That's James Johnson, I believe it is. He's a freshman. He was a wide receiver that they converted to running back when Eli Sanders and Wayman Jordan and everybody else got injured. So yeah, he's I think they're basically going to be using him as like a gadget back a little bit. Expect to see him in motion and mostly in the passing game as far as that goes. I don't think we've seen Riley Wormley yet, but he's available, and I would love to see Waymo, but I think the fact that we haven't already seen him tells us that he's not going to play. Tennessee Trojan, good defense in the first half. Who knew? Who knew it was possible? Who knew? I did a whole analysis also on YouTube. I could have gone way deeper into it. I just didn't want to spend too much time looking at the past. The first half and second half splits are absurd in those final games. In the last 6 games, it is astounding. Number one, how bad the defense was in the first half, and how good they were in the second half. It's crazy. Steve says, I love Eric Gentry, but I think the defense had to do some weird things to fit in his unicorn giraffeness. I mean, that might be true. That I'm open to that as an explanation maybe for some of the challenges. I also think that, Jaden Walker getting the start, I think he's just a more powerful body in there against the run. So maybe that's part of it. I think Alex Graham is a better run defender than a lot of the sort of patchwork solutions that USC was doing with that safety spot. Kamari Ramsey, clearly amazing football player, but not his best position, I think. 15 on the play clock. Here goes USC at the 24. Here's a handoff to King. That's some yards. West Texas Mike, you would have been fine with the magic trick the playoff committee pulled by having your team in the top 10 for weeks and then toss them out in the final ranking. Oh, I think it was talking to Tim. Either way, the funny thing about the way that Notre Dame fans have made me hate them over the last few weeks is that I was and am a firm believer that the CFP screwed that up. Notre Dame should have been in. 17 on the play clock. Here's motion with Tabarachi. Do not throw the tight end right now. That's nice. Nella Tupo. That's the freshman tight end. It was bullshit that the committee just on a whim flipped that ranking in the final ranking. It's also proof that like those rankings are counterproductive for the committee. I love having them. I love being more in the know about what the committee actually thinks, but it only creates problems for them. 13 on the play clock. Who's that in the? Oh, that's Tabarachi again, and Tupo's in there as well. Richardson's outside. Nice. There you go, Carson. He looks like a linebacker running with the ball. Oh, that was great. Love this play. Big fan of that little tight end curl, but he does look like a linebacker, converted linebacker. That's a nice little cut, though, man. Brian says tight end has to run tougher than that. He's a linebacker, though. Like 14 on the play clock. Here's Zacharias Williams in motion. Brian's that's a first false start for USC. Brian said the defense is missing people also. Yeah, the defense is missing Gentry, Fitzgerald, Ramsey, Tompkins, but okay, that's another 14 on the play clock. Here's Riley Wormley in the backfield. Oh, he got free. Well, that's nice. Devin Tompkins is not in the too deep, and I love Devin Tompkins. I think he's given his all to USC, but USC playing with Devin Tompkins as a defensive tackle for 2 seasons was absurd. 20 on the play clock. And here's the snap. Wormley's also... What are you doing, Jaden? Jaden. What are you doing? That's I chose I was going to throw there before the play started, and I didn't pay attention to the 3 black jerseys in front of where the ball was going to be placed. There at no point is this open. Let's see, did he catch it? I can't tell from that view. What does this will show? This little frame by frame is not helping. I think it's an interception. I think he got his hands under that. This do they not have do they not have like HD or anything like that? This is the angle. No, he caught it. I have not seen anything to convince me to overturn. I mean, I get it, but like this was never open. This was never there. I think he's got his hands under it. I feel like we're watching on Potato Cam, though.
You have to slow it down this much and zoom in this much.
Yeah.
You don't have it. You don't have the footage. You can't overturn this.
No, there's nothing there.
Why is it even taking this long? There's nothing there. The
replay is because we have Potato Cam showing us, and it's clear that he caught it. Like
it might have hit the ground, but you have no footage of it.
And if we did, the video is so blurry that it wouldn't even matter. Yeah, Bradley, I think with a full HD camera it gets overturned. Yeah, maybe, but like they clearly don't have that here. 21 on the play clock. Oh, come on, wrap him up. Come on. Perfect play. This is Nicholson. Perfectly read. Wrap him up. 30 on the play clock. Here's a handoff.
Why wrap him up when you can go for the hit stick?
Gets the first down there. But back to, like, we're already seeing USC doing a better job of winning in the trenches. And to me, it's extremely simple. You have two defensive tackle-sized bodies in the middle. I thought that USC's defense, by and large, was significantly better the moment they stuck Devin Tompkins out on the outside. He's an end. He's not a tackle. Michael, did the thing work, or are you still way behind?
I logged in via Fubo.
Oh, sweet. So it worked.
It wasn't one of the options. You had to, like, search.
Yeah, you have to go. That's why I didn't remember it. But yeah, that's.
So now I'm ahead of you.
You're ahead of me? Oh, shit. Oh, that's a nice little cut.
Yeah, so get ready for this pick six that's about to happen.
Yeah. 27 on the play clock. I gave USC too much praise in the front seven, and then I still do like the way Kennedy Urlacher hits. I don't know yet if he will be a starting quality safety for USC, but he plays the way I like defensive players to play. He plays like he wants to just go out there and hit everybody. All right, 20 on the play clock. TCU is moving the ball. USC needs to rally here. Another little dump out. Yeah. Again, there's Brian Urlacher is going to, like, separate his shoulder on one of these tackles. How many commercials is this game going to have? Jeez. All right. Need the defense to rally a little bit here. TCU is I think they figured out that they can work the outside and be in a much better spot. Okay, let's see. Tim says, clearly we weren't in the top game for today with the cameras that got sent to San Antonio. Here's what I don't understand. Like, it's 2025. I know that ESPN isn't going to have, like, 4K cameras for every. But, like, how do you not have enough quality cameras for a primetime bowl game? I don't know. Bradley says ESPN has got to get its money. I mean, yeah. It all comes down to ESPN getting their money.
Well, especially since they don't have Notre Dame in the
Oh, yeah, they
bowl
lost
lineup,
$50 million because Notre Dame didn't
right.
play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Didn't you hear? All right. Carson Tabarachi currently leads USC in receiving. That interception was bad from Myalva. That's rough. Yeah, see, here's the problem. I mean, after this last... USC is 0 for 2 on third downs. They're not forcing them into third downs right now. TCU is averaging 4.7 yards, adjusted yards per play, per run, which is too high. So, yeah. Something to clean up. But it's not a bad showing. Like, I think it's a fine showing so far. West Texas Mike asks, would USC have been better on defense if Kennedy Urlacher played in place of Desmond Stevens? I mean, I'm going to be honest. I get that he's 5'11", 195. So maybe he's just not big enough to play linebacker. But he has the mentality that I want from a linebacker. Like, he plays safety like he's a linebacker. So, yeah. I mean, so Rob Ryan told Keelier that Desmond Stevens has been playing with like a separated shoulder and like multiple cracked ribs and stuff all season, which, again, every guy out there is putting his body on the line and playing and being tough, and I never want to like look down on any of them. They're all giving their all, in my opinion. But if Desmond Stevens was that hurt and playing the way that he was, like, they shouldn't have had him out there then. You know, that's how I feel. I don't know. All right. Here comes TCU, 17 on the play clock. Christian Pierce bit on the running back. That's another big gain. Well, not a big gain, but a nice gain for Ken Seals. Lauren says, I feel like TCU play calling feels more productive than USC. Are we going to find that without Mackay and Lane, our offense is mediocre? No. 23 on the play clock. That's a false start. No. I think that TCU is finding the gaps in USC's defense outside. They're using misdirection. They're using sort of that read option to freeze guys. And they're doing a good job of it on this drive. USC, though, I mean, they've been moving the ball. Outside of that first drive, USC was moving the ball until they had to go and kick the field goal because of a stuffed third down play. And then the interception, before the interception, USC was moving the ball fine. So I think that USC has more than enough talent in the skill positions to have a dangerous offense. They just can't have the quarterback throwing interceptions. Here's Ken Seals with it looked like a designed run. Can somebody wrap somebody up, please? All right, 38 on the play clock. West Texas Mike says, yeah, there's still video out there of Desmond Stevens being hesitant and getting pushed around, injured or not. Yeah, that's been my issue is you just can't have a linebacker. You can't have like your middle linebacker playing that hesitant. And if he's playing hesitant because he's injured, then get him off the field and get him healthy and try something else. It's something that USC really needs to think hard and deep about, but it's an easy touchdown. And again, like I just, not to pick on 23, but like every play, if you spotlight 23, if you go and look and just lock onto him, you will see him simply stand there until a lineman comes up and hits him, and then he just completely washed out of the play. Just nowhere. So this is not a other linebackers have the same issue. It's a problem, but yeah, it's just not good enough. Not good enough. 4 on the play clock. What are you doing with the jumping again? Chide Avasiri literally just clear jumped over the center. West Texas Mike says, was that a beer can opening? Sounds like Michael's joining the party. I am 99.99% that was a Diet Coke opening. But Michael can correct. Tim says, I thought they didn't coach the hurdling. A lot of players are out on their doing their own thing then. Brian says you can tell they haven't hit since the UCLA game. Yeah, I mean, there's bound to be rust. West Texas Mike says Texas Tech's offense is painful to watch, but man, their linebackers are diagnosing and attacking in a way I haven't seen at USC in some time. Yeah, that's because USC hasn't had good linebacker play in a decade at this point. The best linebacker play that USC has had since Cam Smith left was like Eric Gentry sort of being a spark plug, and he got figured out by offenses this year or wasn't let loose the way that he has in the past or whatever it was. Like, he was not having that kind of impact that USC needed him to have and that he had shown in previous seasons. So, yeah, the number one thing that USC needs to do, the first thing that USC needs to do with a new DC is figure out how to get more out of the linebackers. And part of the issue, too, it's like, okay, on one hand, has USC been recruiting linebackers well enough? USC has recruited some really, really good prospects at linebacker over the last 10 years. It's just that none of them have panned out. Can
we talk about watching ads when it's muted and trying to guess what the ad is for, like what the what the medication is for? And so this ad that just played was this guy on a date, and it's like super zoomed in on him, and it says Nutrafol.com/men, and I'm like, okay, this is boner pills, right?
No, it's hair.
And then it ends up being for hair loss. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Nutrafol screams to me hair.
No, that's fair. I didn't think about the name, but just the way it was, like, I want a game. I want a game where you watch the ad. You only see the B-roll of the ad, and you have to guess what it is.
What is this for?
Yeah.
Robbie says, all right, put the sleeping pills and razor blades away. It's only 4 points, people chill. Yeah, and I don't know that USC's playing poorly. I think TCU got them figured out on that drive, and I would hope that USC defensively is able to adjust back to it and figure that out. You can only do so much in the middle of a drive. And like I said, USC's offense is moving the ball. It's they just need to be more. Oh, what? Oh, God. Oh, I thought he caught that. Oh. $95. Jaden Ramos. He looks way bigger than 6'4", 220. All right, 15 on the play clock. Here goes USC again. Let's see if Mayava can shake that interception off. Oh. There was pressure coming up on the left side, and I think he just had to rush that throw. Tupu, I think, was gonna be there. It's just he didn't realize the pass was coming. $17 on the play clock. USC's at the 25. Oh, that blitz. Oh, way to get that pass off. Mayava just got demolished, but that's a really nice pass from him. Oof. That's a good route, too. Big. 18 on the play clock. 2 in the backfield again. Is that Wormley, I'm going to guess? Yeah, not much running room there. Only so much. Michael, do we like these TCU unis? Because I like them.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I just love their shade of purple. Like, it's such a good shade of purple. I don't know why it's such a rare color in sports.
I can tell you exactly why. It's the same reason why.
Because it was a rich color?
No, it's because
10 on the play clock.
Purple is a very hard color to make until recently.
Mm-hmm. There's a handoff. There you go. That's Wormley? No, that's King. Go on, King! Oh, how do you not love watching this guy? How do you not love him? Ugh. I gotta go tweet this. If you like, how do you not? Who says no one wants to watch bowl games when I get to have another evening of my life getting to watch King Miller play football? Cam asks what starters are missing on the offensive line. Elijah Page, left tackle. Killian O'Connor at center, but John Reed is there. Alani Noah at guard. Here's Mayava going deep. Oh, good adjustment to Nook. That was dangerous, though. That was a potentially pickable ball. Good job on Chinook to cover back. That DB had no idea where this ball was. Great catch. Great recover. Okay, so it's at least 3 missing, but one could also say that having Tobias Raymond move over to left tackle instead of guard sort of creates... Kalon Miller technically has been a starter, but isn't directly a starter. But I don't know. He's played well enough for me to call him a starter. I didn't really like the setup of that.
I don't think there's a play I hate more than that one.
Yeah, just... Oh, shit.
Also, this is an example of why I think going under center is... if that's not what you do good at,
run your offense.
Just run your offense.
Yes. Oh, King! That's a King Miller touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans. West Texas Mike, I definitely hate tight end in the flat more, but I 100% agree with Michael.
I love a tight end in the flat in the video game.
In the video game, the tight end in the flat. That RPO read, why?
That thing is boner jams in the video game.
Which is the tight end in the
Real
flat.
life?
Perfect.
Sucks.
Yep. Michael, you got to play it. Touchdown, Trojans. West Texas Mike says, I think he's talking about Mayava in general.
Alamo Bowl, baby.
West Texas Mike says, I like Mayava. He played well enough, but is he a killer? Do we need our quarterback to be a killer? For instance, particularly against teams in which USC struggled to run the ball, Notre Dame, why didn't Mayava keep the ball more? Give the defense one more thing to think about. So my read on this is just that the read that a quarterback has to make on those keepers is a particular read, and if it's not there, if the defense is disguising something or Mayava's not reading it right or whatever, like I don't think it's because he's not a killer. I think it's just sometimes it's hard to get those reads right.
I would also say we have to like, why didn't he keep it more? It might have not have been up to him.
Yeah.
Those might have not have been actionable keepers. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. Like, and this is the thing that, like, I think sucks about the option game being so prevalent.
Yeah.
Is it makes it really easy to sit here and say anything in any direction, right? Like, oh, well, they didn't run the ball as much as they did because surely there were RPOs. And, like, if they're passing on an RPO, you can go and, like, literally watch whether or not they're doing that because of the blocking.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's the other way around, you can't really tell. At least not as easily. And so, like, just because he didn't keep doesn't mean that there was an option to keep there, or that he was allowed to take the keep if he wanted to either. Like, I don't know. I think it's difficult there. But I agree that I think that they need to do more of the quarterback run game, especially when you look at the games like Nebraska this year and last year. They had a lot of keepers in those two games and a lot of success with those in those two games. The Purdue game early on, they had a lot of keepers in that game and they moved the ball pretty well. So, yeah, I think there should be more quarterback runs, more quarterback options and stuff like that. And the other thing is, if they're actionable keeps, then yes, he needs to be more confident in, like, taking the keep.
Yeah, but we don't always know if they're actionable, so it's hard to say. Also, I think there's a lot of, like, perception around, like, Jaden Mayava is a mobile quarterback. He's not a dual threat. Like, USC wants him to be throwing the ball. He is most dangerous when he's throwing the ball. And so, like, I think people never expect him to be somebody who's running the ball 10 times a game. That's just not his game. And if it were to happen that way, part of the problem is just that I think that we miss out on a lot of Jaden Mayava's scrambles because the offensive line is not stable enough. Like, you can only scramble if your offensive line gives you enough time, gives you the space to do it. The way that
push back on that.
The way that Mayava gets pressured, a lot of times, like, the scramble isn't always there.
I'll push back on that because one of the reasons that we saw Caleb scramble as much as we did was because he had no protection.
Caleb was able to scramble more in 2022 because while his protection wasn't exceptional, it bought him just enough time to go through his reads and then take off. Caleb in 2023 had a much harder time with it because in 2023, the offensive line was significantly worse. And, like, this time around, again, USC's offensive line is, we continue to have to talk about them as, like, functionality, not dominance.
Yeah, I hear you. I just keep thinking that, like, every time the older a quarterback gets, usually the less that they run.
This is true also because,
because you have more...
Oh, what a good play.
You have more autonomy in the offense. You have more...
And if
comfort,
you're Lincoln Riley, you know that Jaden Mayava will do more damage with his arms than with his legs. And I agree 100%. USC should be running the ball more, but I also understand why. There's Floyd. Good pressure. Dropped it. If you're Riley, like, the best person to have the ball in their hands is, so it's just not always simple. Also, like I said, the read options are often what the edge defender is doing. And if the edge defender doesn't give you the look that you want as a quarterback, you're not going to keep it. Oh, there's Stevens. LBC Robbie says, back to that 3-man front that you love, Alicia. Yeah. It's fine. 20 on the play clock. Shelby's getting pressure. That's a good catch. Come on, Marcellus. Find the ball. Sixes Mike says, Mayava shouldn't run it 10 times a game, but it should be in the toolkit. And seems like it's completely forget about for several stretches of games. It might be that they forget about it. It might also just be something they've seen on the tape defensively, and that it's not part of the game plan because defensively the other team is prone to doing something that takes that away. Nice stuff. There's Floyd. Oh, John Jarrett's back on the field. That's the big man. That's the jaw is just all beef.
So I pulled up Baker Mayfield numbers just to make sure I wasn't completely talking out of my ass about running less as you get older. Baker Mayfield in 2015 as a sophomore.
13 on the play clock. Those little swings.
As a sophomore, 141 carries. As a junior, 78 carries. So almost half. He had 97 as a senior, but still, that's way less than as a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's part of the trend for sure. 22 on the play clock. There's a sweet spot. You just need to find it. There's Kendarius Reddick with the tackle. I like Reddick. I'm excited to see more of him. I wonder what USC is going to do in the transfer portal because I think there is a universe for this game. Alex Graham and Kendarius Reddick are the backups for the nickel spot. I would be very curious what they plan to do with Alex Graham because if they want to roll with 3 safeties of Pierce, Urlacher, and Graham, then Reddick looks to me like somebody you could really get a lot of work from. Tackle on the nickel, obviously depending on what Prophet Brown's availability is, but depth is important there too.
What down is it for you?
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. I'm at 1st and 10.
So I assume they get a first down.
Am I ahead of you?
You are ahead of me, yeah. Was there a flag?
I don't know. No, they just incomplete pass to the left.
What time?
6:56.
Oh, yeah, you're way behind me.
I'm behind you.
Yeah, I'm at 6:25.
Okay, because you said that there's a tackle by Kendarius Reddick. I'm like, that was Floyd Picard. What are you talking about? So lost.
Refresh your page.
I've done that 3 times.
Oh, okay. I don't understand the streaming stuff because, like, we're on the same internet.
It didn't help that it froze for a little bit.
That would do it. Play clock. I'm going to drink more coffee. 3rd and 7. Clock running down.
6:05, 6:04. Am I close?
You were close, yeah.
Okay, cool.
What? Why would you slide there, buddy? You need a first down. That's probably what his teammate is saying to him. Put your body into it.
I wonder if he didn't realize where the marker was.
Maybe he thought the marker was there? I don't know. I'd be pissed about that.
In real life, they don't have those yellow lines.
4th and 2, 13 on the play clock. This is a big play.
4th down. And
that
2.
Misdirection. It's been killing USC. He's short, but... Steven's saying he fumbled that. I don't think he did, but
There's no way.
He fumbled that, but not out of bounds.
I don't think so. I think I think his shin was down.
God damn it.
His shin was down.
Oh, okay. Either way, it wouldn't have been a loss of possession. There's that keeper. All right, so again, there's a reason we didn't do the defense victory lap. See this keeper. Yeah, neither Pierce nor Urlacher. They need to be on top of that. They need to be on top of that because they're there to make that tackle.
Yeah, I don't know what they were.
They just had no idea where that ball was.
Okay, so that jump from Abasari made more sense because that one he's clearly in the gap because he has both of his hands on different guys. Mm-hmm. Like that made more sense to me. It also didn't work.
All right. That is still, I think, one of the more. Tony says he fumbled the ball out of the end zone. I don't think the thing is, I think he may have fumbled, but it wasn't. It was in front of the pylon, so it wouldn't have. It wasn't a fumble that would have lost possession.
Yeah, it would have. You can fumble before the pylon if it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't lose possession if it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it does.
No.
That's how people fumble out of the end zone. Because if you fumble after the pylon, it's a touchdown.
No, if you fumble into the end zone, if your fumble goes into the end zone, it's a touchback. If you fumble at the 1 yard line out of bounds, you get the ball at the 1 yard line.
I hear you, but it fumbled forward.
It didn't fumble beyond the pylon.
Yeah, it did.
I don't think it did.
It did because when he went to go pick the ball up, it was in the end zone.
It bounced. It flew before the pylon, bounced and then fumbled forward. But it has to be inside the pylon.
First of all, his shin was down, so it was never gonna be overturned. But
also, we would have had Potato Cam to decide.
Well, you would have needed the camera in the rafters above the pylon, probably.
Yeah.
To know for sure either way.
I need a replay of that.
Let Belk call the defense. You just keep going through dudes. Like, all right. All right, Rob, this is your drive.
This is one of those things that just like Doug Belk was not like his as a defensive coordinator, he wasn't great in his last stop with Houston. I don't think you want Doug Belk to be your defensive coordinator.
Well, I don't think you want anyone on the staff to be the defensive.
Anyone on the staff should not be a defensive coordinator.
Yes. Yeah. At least not right now. Yeah. If Doug Belk leaves and goes to become
Here's the replay. No, it's not through the end zone. Am I
Okay.
Am I taking crazy pills?
No, you're right. It would have been out at the 1 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I saw where the ball lands, but it goes around the pylon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his shin was down anyways.
All right. Five on the play clock. Here's Mayava back to go through. No, that's not there. That's PI. Thank you. Blatant PI.
It looks to me like he's making the decision strictly pre-snap and just rolling with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
because it was never there.
No,
it wasn't there.
When you have, I am.
He would have had to be an extreme burner.
Yes.
To pull that off.
15 on the play clock. I am perfectly fine to throw up a YOLO ball or two, but you should base that on whether or not the safety is covering. Ilium, there's literally no one on the staff we want as DC. Yes. There is. USC stands on the precipice of a grand slam hire. If you get home run hires, there are one run home run hires. Anybody on this staff being promoted to DC is a strikeout swinging. Or strikeout looking straight down the middle.
Was it forward K or a backward K?
I don't remember.
Well, forward K is
just
is swinging. Backwards is looking. I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you promise me that if PK gets hired, that you will start pronouncing his name correctly?
I don't freaking know how to pronounce his name. Nice catch from the tight end. Kwiatkowski?
It's Kwiatkowski.
Kwiatkowski? No idea. Pull up the Texas media guide.
I'm literally pulling this up. There's a possibility it's Kwiatkowski.
The reality is I will simply be calling him PK. Like that's it. I'm just gonna be calling him PK. I'm not even gonna bother. 13 on the play clock. USC's at the 28.
They don't have coaches and pronunciations. Love it.
Bastards. King couldn't cut enough. There's got to be a pronunciation somewhere.
Oh, here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Pete Kwiatkowski.
Kwiatkowski.
Yeah. Kwiatkowski.
Kwiatkowski. Okay.
Yeah.
Pete Kwiatkowski.
Okay, so it's like my friend, the Rutkowskis, but it's Kwiatkowski.
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 Pete
Oh! Ooh. That one trying to hit Corey Sims, and again, that was dangerous. Yeah, that needs to be. I mean, he was rushed because he was about to get hit, but that's rough. That was also a dangerous little bounce. Ooh. All right. 3rd and 9.
On my list of off-season updates to this team, new numbers for Corey Sims.
Nice! There you go, Tanook.
And Urlacher.
Yeah, Urlacher. What would you give Urlacher?
I don't know. 28 isn't bad, but it's not good either.
No. I like 24 for Pierce, but I do
give him a single digit.
24 is a cornerback number for me.
Yeah, 24 feels like a corner, not a safety. I agree.
What was Bishop was
19. Didn't like 19 either.
Yeah. What single numbers are available?
Hold on.
2 will be available.
2 will be available. Yes.
That would be a good number for the safeties.
Yes.
6. 4 is
7.
not. Yeah, 6,
7. Yeah.
8. Yeah, Tompkins no longer will have 8.
Yeah. Oh, Tompkins isn't even on the roster list anymore.
Yeah.
Why is he off the roster?
Because he transferred.
Yeah, but usually they don't actually update this roster so quickly.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, let me check this. King has 62 yards, averaging 5.2 yards per carry. He needs. Where is he at? I don't math, so this is going to be.
Iliam says Polish names are hard to pronounce. See, I kind of beg to differ because I think Polish names look intimidating, but they're not actually that hard. The tough part is whether or not the person wants the W pronounced correctly or not. Like Dirk Nowitzki. And I know that he's German, but it's a Polish name. Dirk Nowitzki is pronounced correctly. Lewandowski, pronounced correctly. But then people say Lewandowski. That's not correct. But also, like, I don't know. So, is Geski Polish, Dave?
It does kind of sound Polish. Or maybe like one of those Eastern European.
I like Geski. Geski is a great name.
It wasn't the original family name. It was so what was it like? Geskowski? W's are V's in German, but W's in Polish.
If they're so, then why do people say Lewandowski? Shouldn't it be Lewandowski then? Am I?
Maybe it's because he's de facto German.
Hold on.
Golumbuski was the
Geski is a great alternative.
There is so much going on with that name. How is the GH pronounced? Okay. 15 on the play clock. 1st and 10 for USC at the 17. Here's a handoff to King. It's a few yards. Scheme. I don't know. My friends, the Rudkowskis, have always been Rudkowskis. We've never even had discussions about Rudkowski. It would be impossible to say with a V.
See, I like the challenge of a good Polish name. Robbie says I've never lived in Chicago. My heart has been in Chicago though.
8 on the play clock. You gotta move, guys. You gotta move. Gotta move.
Golumbuski?
Hand off to King for very not much. Golumbuski? Golumbuski. I feel like there's got to be like a rhythm to it. Who the heck is 95? He's huge. 95 on USC or
Jaden
95?
Ramos.
Yeah, Jaden Ramos is.
Oh wait, you're talking about the other team's 95?
Yeah.
Teams?
Well, no, because I saw Jaden Ramos at 95, and he's listed at 6'4", 220. That's not 6'4", 220. But he's talking about the defensive lineman for TCU. Can these things stop?
That would be. Is this playing? Oh, it didn't play.
Caleb Sem.
Sure.
It was playing.
I here we go.
Caleb Sempebwa.
Caleb Sempebwa.
Oh, but that's the kicker. That's the wrong 95.
I was going to say, that's a great name for a defensive lineman.
Like, I just looked it up and he was $180. I'm like, he's not $180. No, Marcus Steele is their
okay,
95.
That's a good name for him.
They have two out of El Paso.
Golombiewski. Okay, that makes sense. Golombiewski. That has more of a rhythm to it.
Big player.
All right.
Caleb Elarms
4.
Orr.
See, I love the pronunciation
the
thing on roster
End zone
pages.
Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that.
So you're way ahead of me. I'm still at the timeout.
Again, this is just like too many, two defenders there. Richardson, I mean, maybe he's just used to throwing to Mackay and Jacoby Lane, but Richardson isn't either of those. It did look a bit underthrown. You've got better stuff in your locker than that. Cam says hour 95. Yeah, if we're talking hour 95, Jaden Ramos, he is listed at 220 pounds, to which I say that was what he arrived on campus, because dude is not 220 pounds anymore.
Okay, I've just seen the goal line fade.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Yeah.
It was never there. It was, no. Throw the goal line fade when you got one-on-one coverage and your dude is Jacoby Lane or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Percy says, a good rule of thumb is to subtract an inch and 5 pounds from what's listed on the roster. Yes, that is always my rule of thumb as well. But in the case of Jaden Ramos, we probably need to add 30 pounds. He might be, if they have 6'4", maybe he's 6'3", but he is, there is no way that kid is less than 230. Also, Cam Crawford listed at 265. Ain't no way he's 265. Braylon Shelby also listed at 265. That I'll believe more, but also, like, Crawford's probably more like 250. Shelby's probably more like 255. And Ramos is as big as them, unless I am completely making this up in my head.
Yeah, the 1 inch and 5 pounds thing I think is correct. Like, you don't believe whatever's listed for me.
Should I start saying I'm 5'5"?
Are you not?
I'm 5'4".
You're 5'6" in spirit. Last time that I got measured height-wise, which is weird. Randomly, one of the doctor visits I had, they measured my height.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never had this done. This is strange. It was 5'10" and a half. And he's like, you can tell people you're 5'11", right? I'm like,
what do you tell people?
I just say I'm 5'10". Like, I don't care.
You're 5'11" then. I always assumed you were
if I'm
more like 5'11".
If you have to say 5'10" and a half, you're definitely not 5'11". You know what I mean?
No, but you say 5'11", you round up.
But when you say 5'11", everyone thinks that you're actually 5'10" anyways.
Yeah, Cam, whoever is wearing 95 today looks bigger than Crawford and Shelby. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If Cameron and Shelby are 265, then Jaden Ramos, there's no way he is anything less than 250. Because those guys probably aren't 265. But Ramos is, yeah.
See, I think like going comically wrong, I think would be funny. Like, oh, what are your measurements? Oh, 6'5", $180. Like that would be.
Should I just start calling myself 5'9"?
Yeah, you're 5'9".
Yeah,
That's
5'9".
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 6'6".
I've got a model's physique. Yeah. All right, it's halftime. I want to eat my pizza that is now cold. So we will be back in a few minutes to continue this watch along.
All right. All right, friends, we're still muted. We're not back yet, but at least he doesn't know that I'm back yet. So here's the thing, chat. When we come back and when she comes back on the screen, I need everybody to put into the chat, hey, how are the new cabinets coming? How's the new bookcase? How's your bar going? Okay, this is what I need in the chat. But don't say it until she's back on, okay? All right. All right, friends, don't forget, when Lisa comes back on, just a minute, everyone pop in the chat and say, hey, how are the new cabinets coming? How's the new bookcase? All right? That's the plan. Just in a minute when she's back.
Hello, everybody. I have returned to an interception, apparently. What? I can only understand, I can only figure how this... Oh, that's how it got... It looked like an interception when I first got back on, but if you couldn't overturn the other one, you're not overturning this one. Am I crazy that I don't see anything that suggests not an like I have not seen a single thing that suggests that was not caught.
Yeah, I think it's definitely caught. At least on camera.
Yeah. Joe says, how are the new cabinets coming along? Something in the bookcase? How's the bookcase? Oh, did Michael tell you guys about our bookcases? What the heck was that? Did you, Michael?
What? No. What do you mean?
No. So, in the span of 2 days, we bought a Kallax from IKEA and two different like storage shelf units for two different closets. In part because the sliding door on one of our closets, there's a keeper. There you go, Mayava. Oh, it's going to be a hold. Gosh. That's annoying. Because our sliding for one of the cabinets, like, came off its hinge and toppled over and died. So now we have no doors on the closet, and it needed to be organized anyways. So... I have the two, the Kallax was put together on Sunday. I have the two other shelves that need to get, that's not a hold though. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I don't know. Don't tell me I'm crazy. So yeah, I need to put the things together, but also I've been busy doing things for the dogs and putting together a Kallax and putting together the Oh, that's a helmet to helmet. Are they going to call a late hit or are they going to call targeting? Well, he did take a headshot as he went out of bounds. Yeah, that's clearly a headshot right in front of the refs. But what? What? What?
Wait, what'd I miss?
Oh, they called a face mask on the defender who was guarding Zacharias Williams. But not the headshot on the quarterback as he's going out of bounds. Okay.
I think it was a late hit, but I don't know that it's targeting.
No, I don't think it was targeting.
Given their definition of what targeting is. Which is
There you
not
go,
what my
King.
definition would be.
Yeah, for the rest of the game, just hand it off to King. So here's the replay of the... Okay, yeah, there it is. Clearly. It was a late hit out of bounds, especially for a quarterback who was already engaged by a defender on the sideline. 13 on the play clock. Here's King for the first down. Again, more King. All King. All night. Seeing a lot of Nella Tupu, which I think is, again, another symbol of, like, USC is going to be running a lot of 12 personnel with 2 tight ends. Nothing there for King. Oh, is that true, Joe? He was born on MLK Day, and that's why he got the name King? Well, no, because Kalon, they're twins, so... No, they're brother. Are they twins or brothers? Just brothers. 7 on the play clock. I think they're just brothers. Now I feel crazy. Another one! What are you doing? That's not there! So is bowl game Maava just like he has to throw 3 interceptions before he can be good? Like, what is this throw? It's not there ever. That wouldn't have been there from Mekhi Lemon or Jacoby Lane. Like, what? That's kind of dumbass interception I throw in CFP 26.
I see what he was trying to do, right? Like the linebacker ends up taking a step in the other direction. But the DB is underneath the slant. And so it's definitely never open. And again, that goes back to like he's making his reads, or decisions to throw before actually reading it, and it's all pre-snap decision making. It's the same thing we saw with the deep ball earlier on. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing we saw with the last pick, the first one, where it's like he's going to the tight end, and somebody in the chat said that the first one was on the tight end. If it was on the tight end, I'm not going to say that it wasn't, that maybe the tight end ran the wrong route. He still threw it, like, assuming that it was going to be there, though. Like, I don't know. Yeah, RKM Valente in the chat. He decides before the ball snap. Yep.
Again, which is why that's the kind of bullshit interception that I throw in College Football 25 at the goal line, because I'm like, I'm just going to throw it to the guy on the left.
Yeah. Or you do the thing that I would do, which is, all right, my read is X if it's open. X if it's open.
And then it's not open.
And it's like, it's not open, and I still press X for some stupid reason.
Well, Again, it's just about USC finishing drives. They're moving the ball. You just can't throw those interceptions. I mean, even in that case, you're better off having an incompletion and just kicking a field goal and taking the lead. Like, you just can't turn the ball over. Sorry, I'm sending a tweet that I must send.
Can I blame Coach Helton for this?
You can take Jaden Mayava out of the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, but you can't take the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl out of Jaden Mayava.
Yeah, that means there's
That's better. Good read. What a read from Alex Graham.
Okay, so here's the replay. You see that that one linebacker does take a step over.
But it's also a bad throw.
But it's a terrible throw.
If you lead him further,
yeah, it's a terrible
he
throw.
He might have a chance at it. It's a bad throw.
And the DB is never beat.
No. Oh, so much cushion, guys.
Also, where the linebacker bites, I think is after he's already made his decision to throw anyway. Mm-hmm. So like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
20 on the play clock. That's good. Well done, Desmond Stevens. Well done, everybody on that play. That's the reads that you need.
That was nearly an absolute
gorgeous
easy pick six.
Fountain for forcing the quick throw. I think that was Keyshawn Silver correctly saw that was going to be a screen and peeled out. Desmond Stevens perfectly played.
I think the thing that I liked about Stevens there was he didn't let the thought of a pick six ruin his ability to make the play still.
Yes, he just did the basic stuff he was supposed to do.
Yeah. He was able to sort of do both at the same time. Like be in position for the pick if it's there, but also make the tackle. And I kind of like that. And
he attacked it. He attacked, like that's what you need from Stevens. Attack the play.
That's right.
Hot damn, that defense.
Second half D, guys. Second half D. If it continues this way, then maybe it wasn't it wasn't Denton Lynn. Okay. Discussion in the chat about Hassan over Jaden Mayava not being able to improve much more next season. I mean, the limit on him improving does exist. Lincoln Riley quarterbacks tend to take their big leap between year 1 and year 2, and then a more refined step forward in year 2 to year 3. But in general, there is a refinement and a step forward. Mayava needs to focus the rest of the offseason on his decision-making under pressure. But I also, where I'm at is that he's just going to have these lapses in judgment where he makes insane decisions. The thing is, you're going to get the same kind of decisions and mistakes more than likely from Hassan Longstreet, either way. At this stage in his career. And what you get from Jaden Mayava is a rebound almost always. He doesn't tend to stay bad when he's bad. We've seen him play extremely well in the fourth quarter too often to say that he doesn't have that in his locker.
It's almost, this is going to sound weird, it's almost annoying.
Yeah.
How
predictable,
how well he is in the rebound situation.
Yeah.
Because then I think it just underscores the idea of like, well, why did like the outlier ends up being the pick, right? And like, and I can live with a pick or two. Like that's not the end of the world for me. It's the number of times his picks are just
okay. Here's
unimaginably bad.
Here's a fun thing. Jaden Mayava has thrown. There's 2 today, right? So, 10 interceptions this season.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them were in the second and third quarter? The middle 2 quarters.
Probably all but one.
He came into the game with all but one. He had 1 fourth quarter interception during the season.
That was Notre Dame on the last drive.
Yeah,
that's a desperation thing that I
barely
don't really
counts.
care about that one.
The interception he threw in this game was first quarter as well, so that's 2 of 10 that were in the first or fourth. Everything else has been second and third. So it is annoying that he is predictably frustrating in the third quarter. But the thing is he does bounce back and play better later in the game. Yeah, the run game is.
Have we discussed the Alamo Bowl logo? It's a very good one, right? One of the better ones.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah.
It's clean without being lifeless.
I think one of the things that makes it very good is that it's got a good placement for the sponsor.
Yes.
So like the sponsor doesn't ruin it.
Yeah, it all feels like
it feels like it was supposed to be like that.
All right.
He had fair in the corner
route. Marcella says, I remember when we had an interception-prone QB who we loved, and we tolerated the interceptions because Darnold was so clearly generational. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. And I think that's the thing you have to remember about Mayava. Like, he's not a perfect quarterback, but I don't think people recognize that he is... What is that flag? He is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Like, there is zero question about that. I highly doubt Hassan Longstreet is an improvement on Jaden Mayava right now. If he was, we would see him because we saw what Lincoln Riley did when he had a... Oh, nice. TCU penalty. If he was ready to go, he'd be playing because we saw that when Caleb Williams was ready to go, he took over for Spencer Rattler. And Spencer Rattler hadn't even been playing particularly poorly. He had just not been playing spectacularly.
Can we talk about how bad of a block in the back your block in the back has to be if the dude still makes the tackle?
Yeah. That's fun. Oh my God, somebody didn't, you know what happened? Somebody didn't change the weights on the depth chart because I just noticed that Jaw Jarrett is listed at 265. Put 100 pounds on that and maybe I'll believe it. Sagar's here. Welcome. Lee says, I understand Maeva has great stats. It just never feels like he's as good as everyone says he is. It's all in context. It's just sit down and watch a day of college football where you pay close attention to what each quarterback is doing. Quarterback play in college football is generally awful. Generally pretty bad.
I think the thing with Maeva is that he's either really on or he's really not. There's not a lot of middling there. And I think with the Darnold comparisons, I think, part of it was Darnold and Caleb both would make, a dumb decision now and then. Mm-hmm. But it felt like, I don't know, maybe this is giving them too much of the benefit of the doubt in comparison to Maeva, but like it felt like they made a dumb decision because they were trying hard. It felt like hubris over stupidity. Yeah, and like when Maeva makes a bad decision, I can't even see the logic in it. Whereas like Darnold and Caleb would make a bad decision by trying to do too much or trying to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, 100% agree. Like having the audacity to make that throw or whatever. And like Maeva's making a throw that just like, you just have no business even thinking unless you decided to make that pass before the snap. Yeah. And the problem is also that Maeva doesn't make the kinds of spectacular plays that Caleb and Darnold did. Yes. He makes good plays. He has good throws, but he doesn't do anything like uber exceptionally. Right. You know what it is? If we talk about the receivers and the archetypes of the USC receivers, right? And the archetypes are very clear, right? The nice. There's the receivers that are like Mike Williams. Mm-hmm. There's the ones that are like Robert Woods and Steve Smith and so on, and Mekhi Lemon. Like those are all one archetype, and then the other one is your Drake London, your Mike Williams, your Michael Pittman archetype, right? At quarterback, I think Maeva is in the Darnold Caleb archetype, but he's the Cody Kessler version of that archetype. Yes. Yeah. In that, like, when he's doing his job, that's a false start. He's quietly doing all the right things, but he's not necessarily wowing you, but he's still in that archetype. Yeah, and Marcelo, the quarterback who had the least interceptions at USC was Cody Kessler, who was too scared of throwing an interception. He would check down behind the line of scrimmage every other play. Yeah, again, like you're talking about, like the archetypes is... you sort of, if you have a quarterback like Maeva, you sort of have to live with the interceptions because of everything else that he does well. The problem I have with the Longstreet discussion is we have no evidence to suggest that tackle! Good cleanup from Cam. We have no evidence to suggest that he is even equal to Maeva at this stage, let alone an improvement. And again, I say, if Riley thought that Longstreet was ready to go, Maeva would not be the starter. Maeva would not have gotten paid to stay. Look at that! Oh, that's so annoying. That pressure up the middle. Who was that? Who's 14? Darnold. Tamir Robinson. I thought they were going to get a hold on that. Yeah. There's Tamir again. The other thing I will say, and one thing I want to preface everything with this game, we have to understand defensively and offensively that there's a lot of guys playing who don't normally play, and especially when you're talking about an offense, it's more disruptive on offense when you have an offensive line that this combination of offensive line has never played together.
Hayden Schroeder has not even seen significant playing time. 3 of your starting offensive linemen in this game are redshirt freshmen. Your tight ends are guys who have not played at all this season. One is a converted linebacker and one is a true freshman. The receivers are a true freshman, a sophomore who spent most of the season injured. Nice tackle. That's DJ Harvey. And guys like Jay Fair and Jaden Richardson who have been backups for a reason. You know, like this offense is yes, this is what USC is without Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane, but like what was there to expect? You know, you have 2 outstanding receivers who have been your main receivers all season, who you have leaned on basically a rotation of 3, and then you throw in a bunch of new guys, and there's issues with the quarterback being able to find them. You know, I don't think this is particularly worrisome or unexpected. There you go, G-Day. Way to get out there. That's a big stop from USC. This half, it's been really nice to see guys recognize this stuff on the outside. G-Day getting out like that is awesome.
I love Adversary.
He's great.
West Texas Mike. I as soon as she said that, I wanted to pull that clip. It's so funny.
What? That's DJ Harvey?
That's DJ Harvey.
Hey, it was a lot of DJ Harvey only being noticed because he was being catastrophically bad for much of the season. So.
It sounded like something from like Big Brother. With, what's the Sari clip? That's a 5.
No, that's Heisem.
Oh.
Wow, it's a 5.
Yeah.
Wow, another 5. Okay, let's look at USC's starting lineup. Redshirt junior quarterback, redshirt freshman, running back room, redshirt freshman. Wide receivers, sophomore freshman, senior, redshirt senior, that's Jay Fair and Josiah Zamora, who's a walk-on. Freshman, redshirt senior, Jaden Richardson, who's a D3 transfer. Carson Tabarachi, redshirt junior, who's a linebacker, converted. That's a nice little play. Tanella Tupu, who is a freshman, tight end. This is the offensive line starters: redshirt sophomore, redshirt freshman, redshirt senior, redshirt freshman, redshirt freshman. The backups are freshman, redshirt freshman. So, again, if I'm Jaden Mayava and I am trying to run this offense, I'm not surprised that things are a little bit out of rhythm. There's the ball. Great catch! And that's the throw you throw.
Better ball into TD.
Better ball is a TD, but we're working, Michael.
I know.
He threw a ball into single coverage this time.
Yeah.
But you're right. He needs to lead him. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. There John Fox reference in the chat. Yeah, John Fox proposed to his girlfriend on the field. That's right. After the Louisiana Tech game against Tim Rattay. SC won that game, I believe, 38-10.
There's a handoff to Wormley. A nice push there.
It was on Black Friday. I believe it was right before SC played Duke in the Wooden Classic.
Oops.
I like Cody.
There you go. There you go, Mayava. Okay, throw it away if you need to. Nice. Good recovery.
I'm a Cody Kessler fan.
We like Cody Kessler.
The only thing I don't like about Cody Kessler is that how he blocked all of us on Twitter.
Yeah, I still feel very
offended. Yeah,
as an OG Cody Kessler defender, I was very annoyed that we were blocked on Twitter. But also, I get it. He blocked everybody, so that's fine. He's got to keep his peace.
Learn the mute button, Cody.
Yeah, but that's what we were saying. Learn the mute button. Max Brown's analysis is awesome. Max Brown is outstanding.
Max Brown, like there's a world in which if you went into a coma right now and came out in 10 years and Max Brown had replaced Herb Street on the primetime broadcast, like I would believe it.
If you put Max Brown on any ESPN broadcast, it would be improved, in my view. Because there's something about fresh blood. Like, he's not coded in, like, the industry. He's not coded in, like, the same old media stuff. It's the same thing I really like about Ross Tucker on the NFL side. 6 on the play clock. Big moment for Mayava. No.
I think he caught it.
No! Jaden Richardson! My God! Please let that be a catch. Please let that be a catch. Holy hell. Oh God, I'm afraid to see a replay because if it's not a catch, I'm going to be crushed. It's a catch! Oh my God! Oh. I think I just died and went to heaven. That okay. It's insane to say this. In the 2025 season, Jaden Richardson officially has the best catch of the season for USC. That might be the best catch of the last 10 years. Yes! I love that. That's another one of my plays at the goal line. Oh my God. Okay. Michael, push the button.
Touchdown, Trojans.
Cheers. Thank you for the super chat. And it's PI. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who says they don't want to watch bowl games? Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, can we breathe? Oh, God. Okay, Kyron Hudson against LSU. Fine. But that was better than any Lane catch. And Lane has had some amazing catches. But that's like OBJ levels of bending backwards to make a one-handed catch. Oh. Okay, here we gotta. Okay, defense, please just settle down here and hold, please. Oh, yep, clear hold. Where Tufts is Division 3?
I think it's 2. I think it's D2. It might be D2 3, but I think it's D2.
Yes. Look at that attacking defense. Look at that. More of that.
That wasn't Quintanar, right? No.
That's Tuatelli. That's the true freshman AJ Tuatelli.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna say it. Regardless of the outcome of this game, and there's still certainly time for the defense to just fall apart for whatever reason, but I am extremely encouraged with the speed and aggression that USC's defense is playing with right now, especially the young guys that we're seeing. We've already seen Alex Graham throw his body around. We've seen Desmond Stevens start to be a little bit more aggressive in the second half. Jide Abasiri looking outstanding. The young linebackers that have come in, Jameer Robinson and Tuatelli and all that. Like, I'm very pleased with what we're seeing from those individual players as far as looking ahead to next year and thinking about what USC's defense might look like. I'm really happy with the way that the defense is playing with some attitude. There's still some cracks. There's still some, little areas where they need to get better, but the attitude of this defense is very encouraging. Oh, this is such a good photo that USC just posted. Okay. Nick says, Alicia, curious, red shirts or anything doesn't get affected in bowl games, so a true freshman that didn't get regular season playing time but is playing tonight could still retain their red shirt. Correct. Everybody who plays tonight, it doesn't work against their eligibility. So, yeah, now is a good time to get the guys who redshirted, get some live reps. This is why I continue to argue that I think that Notre Dame declining the bowl game is just really short-sighted on their part, because yeah, you're going to have a ton of opt-outs, but like this is your moment for these freshmen to get real playing time. And that's valuable. They got several extra weeks of practice focused around those younger players. They get the opportunity to get live reps in a competitive game. It's not the end all be all. It doesn't fix all of your problems, but USC will be better equipped next season because AJ Tuatelli has seen live reps, because guys like Corey Sims are able to get out there and get some stuff on tape even. It's Nella Tupu getting to be in and as active as he is at tight end. Like, that's big for USC. USC has a lot to figure out at tight end for ahead of next season. Like, this is it's a lot. It's very, very valuable. McGee's asked, Alicia, where were these players all season? These guys play and tackle hard. Redshirting. You have to also remember, they are playing now after a full season of practice, after bowl practices where they were, again, higher up the depth chart because of the missing guys. Lucky with that bad throw. But it is nice because the thing is that USC's defense, this is why I was curious to see what Danton Lynn could do in year 3. That's why I tried not to be overly critical of him, because I did still feel like USC was sort of having this transition between the guys who were there before and the guys that USC had recruited in the previous year. USC's last 2 defensive classes have been really, really good. Whew. Well done. Who was that defending that, making that difficult? What was I saying? This is after all of that. So we're seeing them in their final freshman form. And they realistically probably weren't ready to be trusted to play earlier in the season. There's more to playing football than just throwing yourself around and hitting hard and being aggressive. We love those things, but if you don't know the playbook, if you can't be trusted to be 100% on top of your role, it's hard to throw you in there when other guys are more experienced and more embedded inside what the coaches want. So, yeah. But again, this is why bowls exist. It's great to see. You're seeing what a year of practice has been doing for these guys. Well, that's annoying. Six on the play clock. 25 on the play clock. Big moment for my Ava. No. JGLDN says next year USC needs to rebrand to the new USC.
Jaden Richardson! My God! Please let that be a catch. Please let that be a catch.
So long as I just want USC to get beyond.
Holy hell!
If we can just get
I'm afraid to see a replay because if it's not a catch, I'm going to be crushed.
I'll be chill with that.
It's a catch! Oh my God! Oh.
17 on the play clock. USC's got to figure out how to run the ball.
I think I just died and went to heaven.
Yeah, that wasn't working.
That
I think USC was trying to do what TCU had done in the first half, where they couldn't get any room to run in between the tackles, so they tried to bring it wide, but I just think that was a little bit too obvious. 7 on the play clock. 3rd and 14.
Oh my God!
6 on the play clock. Okay, again, if there was any doubt if Tanook can be wide receiver number 1, I think we're seeing it. This is a beautiful throw. Also, I think TCU maybe needs to say, no, we're not going to let Tanook be in single coverage. Maybe actually the safety got pulled in by that. I love that. Here's King. Go on, King. I love that kid. Samuel says that looked like OPI, not gonna lie. I don't think I noticed, to be honest. King's at 95 yards. So he's getting close here. He's got time. I mean, if USC could run the ball better. .968. He needs 32 more yards. He could get that in one carry. Yeah, Nick, I don't know if you heard me, but I'll say that more clearly too. King Miller needs 32 yards to get to 1,000 yards on the season. What was Rojo's?
987.
So he's very, very close to Rojo's freshman record.
He needed 115.
He's at 968. So yeah, 20 yards ish. There you go, Mayava. What?
It's crazy it was that close.
What? I thought he was throwing to the whoever was in the second level, not. Oh. I mean, the one thing I will say about that ball.
32 yards.
It's 32 yards.
We should have put up a counter.
Yeah. 2nd and 15. 5 on the play clock. Oh, get those blocks. TCU did a really good job of reading that.
Can we call him Jimmy Johnson?
No. I think they call him JJ, but I could be pulling that out of my ass. Iliam says he would be the first walk-on to hit 1,000. I'm going to guess that's the case without definitively saying so, but it sounds about right to me. 11 on the play clock. Oh, there. No. Yeah. Marcella says, I wonder if the players ever get distracted when they have to play directly on the logo. I know that I was going to say, and I don't, the angle at which Mayava is playing is very different from the way that I am playing when I play College Roll 25. But I will say, black end zones with a team wearing black jerseys and dark bottoms, my nightmare. The number of times I lose defenders in similarly colored field logos is very, very annoying. So, yeah. I'm just saying, it would have been hard for me to see the defender there in the end zone. Okay, who haven't we seen yet?
We've got a clip I want to play, but I don't believe we can play. I want to play it when we get a for sure long commercial.
Okay.
I don't believe that this is probably not long enough. Is the princess at your feet?
She is. I keep accidentally not kicking her, but like touching her ear with my foot. Super chat. I'm away from the chat. Here, let me see.
Welcome
Oh no,
to
welcome,
the Rant Supporters Club.
Daniela or Danielle, Daniel. Either way, welcome to the Supporters Club. It could be, yeah. There's too many possibilities. Drop into the chat and correct us on what your name is so we can properly thank you. But Joe says, you guys said they were IKEA cabinets? Oh, no, we got one IKEA cabinet, and then I ordered 2 other ones on Amazon for cheap. 20 seconds on the play clock, 3rd and 15 for USC. They're handing it off to King, and King's going, and you're going to get field goal out of this. That's fine. Oh, I like, Joe says, whatever, Danny. We're going to call you Danny because I think that works in all directions. So thank you, Danny. Okay, I'm currently trying to compose a tweet wherein I point out the Jaden Mayava of it all and what the offense looks like tonight. But I am struggling. Oh yeah, that's the record. He now owns Ryan Sayeri now owns the record for the most made field goals in a season for USC. That's one record. Let's go get a second one for King. The walk-ons rule the earth.
Pour one out for Quinn Rodriguez.
Poor Quinn Rodriguez. Sorry, bud.
All right, here's the clip. We're gonna play the clip.
Okay.
We're gonna see if this works.
6 on the play clock.
Can we hear this?
Big moment for Mayava. No. I don't hear anything.
I think he caught it.
No!
We're gonna have to restart this. Hold on.
6 on the play clock. Big moment for Mayava. No.
I think he caught it.
No! Jaden Richardson! My God! Please let that be a catch. Please let that be a catch. Holy hell. Oh God, I'm afraid to see a replay because if it's not a catch, I'm gonna be crushed. Yeah, it's a catch! Oh my God! Oh.
I want to start over. Hold on.
6 on the play clock. Big moment for Mayava. No.
I think he caught it.
No! Jaden Richardson! My God! Please let that be a catch. Please let that be a catch. Holy hell. Oh God, I'm afraid to see a replay because if it's not a catch, I'm gonna be crushed. Yeah, it's a catch! Oh my God.
You gotta cut the
personally, I love my contribution, which is just right at the beginning.
Oh, you gotta cut the short, like, it's a catch for future reference. For future. No.
I think he caught it.
No! Jaden Richardson! My God! Please let that be a catch. Please let that be a catch. Holy hell. Oh God, I'm afraid to see a replay because if it's not a catch, I'm gonna be crushed. Yeah, it's a catch! Oh my God.
We will definitely cut it up into bites, add it to the old soundboard. Oh, whoa.
Wow, this is insane.
It's muted. I can't hear. What did they say?
He's the backup quarterback. They said he fell or something like that and lost his legs, but he's the backup quarterback tonight.
Wait, what do you mean he's the backup quarterback tonight?
He's the backup quarterback.
He wasn't dressed.
Oh, was he not?
He must have been it said that he was a quarterback from 2015 to 16.
Oh, okay, then I misheard it.
He played in that Alamo Bowl.
Oh no, he must have been the backup in that Alamo Bowl. And then he now has
75 feet out of a helicopter? Jesus.
That sounds not fun.
That's horrible. I mean, I'm glad he got through. No. I was just gonna say, has Manjack caught a pass? Was that his first? I don't remember him.
We haven't heard Manjack at all.
That must have been his first. Yeah, for 8 yards. That was his first catch.
Thank you for showing us what happened.
Ken Seals, of course, the quarterback for TCU tonight. His cousin is Todd Green Berets. He's got another cousin that's Vlad KGB. Wait. Were they offsetting?
Yeah. It was Desmond Stevens and Manjack.
If I'm Sonny Dykes, I am fuming at that. Because
Stevens should not have been holding on to his ankle like that.
Well, yes, but also the silly kick is so stupid of a retaliation too.
Yes.
Both of those things
Everyone's
are absolutely
stupid. That's a big penalty. Okay, I gotta get back over and do the chat. Iggy asked, Lisa, do you see a difference in the defensive play calling? Honestly, I have a really hard time clocking that in particular as far as the defensive play calling goes. What I have noticed is just the defensive the guys are playing very fast and aggressive. Michael, have you clocked anything in particular about the alignments look mostly the same. Personnel is obviously different in certain points, but I don't think we've seen anything.
I haven't noticed
distinct.
anything, but I also don't know that I would have noticed anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I'm the best person to ask here.
Well, even there, that's a big hit. That's a good pass. Sagar says, how did USC let Chanos be overtaken by whatever it is? There's a sack! There you go, Keyshawn!
You blitz all
how did USC let Chanos get overtaken by whatever it is now? That would be Alicia's first bit of business as USC Prez. Yeah, and it's just not good. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not as good. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's not something I need to go to. Ilium is on a plane, so the only reference for this game. I'm trying to figure out how TCU's quarterback has no legs and still put 14 on us. Yeah, that would be pretty wild. There's a good tackle from Marcellus Williams. Let's see. Was there an over-under on total snap infractions? No, but there should have. 20 on the play clock. 3rd and 9. Big chance for USC's defense to take control of this game. That's too easy. It's way too much cushion, man. That's so much cushion. On a 3rd down, why aren't you at the sticks?
I don't know how I'm ahead of you, and then all of a sudden I end up way behind you.
Like, it's 3rd down. Why are you 8 yards behind the sticks? $17 on the play clock. Oh my gosh. Those are some nice little moves there, bud. I'll give you credit. Felt like USC had that covered pretty well, but little jukes and stuff. Very nice. Here's a handoff. Lots of room on the outside. Oh, tackle, guys. Tackle. Wrap up. All right. 25 on the play clock. Oh, that's a hold. Ah. I've seen one too many USC bowl games where USC feels like they're in control, and in the end, actually, I just seen one. It was Tulane, and I don't want to think about that again. Mark says, why the hell are DBs lined up behind the line to gain? It's a constant complaint. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand being lined up that far back to begin with and then dropping as deep as Nicholson did there. Like, you should at least be partially you should be partially reacting to what routes the offense is running. So, like, if somebody is running a streak by you on that side, yeah, you drop and you take care of that. But if the receiver that is in front of you is cutting inside, I don't know. I would love to talk to the person that we know, Michael, who used to play DB, about that specifically, because it doesn't make any sense.
About lining up off?
Yeah, about like sitting that far back. Like, what is the?
I have a hunch that the
reason?
person that we know that plays DB would not be a fan of it.
Oh, well, I already know that the person we know who played DB is not a fan of that particular player either. So I don't know. I mean, I suppose the simple answer is because they don't want to get beat over the top because it's more important to keep everything in front of them. But like on a 3rd and 9, play to the sticks, please. Oh, Shotgun got a great shot of the Richardson catch. One of my great sadnesses in life is obviously not being able to go to games anymore. But also like I love taking pictures. There's Shotgun right there. He's wearing a Bengals cap. I love shooting games. Like that was like the most exhilarating thing I've ever done in media. I am deeply, deeply sad that I cannot justify becoming more invested in that endeavor. There's a good hit. Because my eyes are terrible and I am not skilled enough at the craft because of that, but I miss taking photos.
My dream as a kid was to be a sideline photographer. You get to live my dream.
Joe, it's not that we're not allowed to go to games, it's just I'm working most times. Too easy. During the season, I work every Saturday. I'm the main college football. I basically run the college football side of our site, and I need to be covering national, just the national picture. I mean, even just doing these live streams is cutting into that in a way that's slightly annoying, but the live streams are too much fun, and I like doing them too much. So, but yeah, it's more just a logistics thing. And we figured out that, like, you know, in terms of our coverage of games, being able to do the CarCast immediately after the game makes a huge difference in terms of the viewership we get. Need oxygen. So we decided to have Michael stop going to games because it would just take too long for him to get home. And we thought about going to the Alamo Bowl, but it just logistically was going to be really difficult. Texas is just far enough away by drive that it's not a reasonable...
It was going to be ungodly expensive to fly.
Yeah.
We could have... We talked about, like, driving, making a road trip out of it, because there's a couple places we'd want to stop on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if we drove, we would be able to take Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Mm-hmm.
But it still was just going to be too much of a pain.
It just was not going to work out. Especially because I have to work New Year's Eve. Like it's playoff. And so getting back from San Antonio was going to be either shelling out the money to fly early in the morning after covering a game late, or I don't know, like, yeah, it just didn't work. And if we went, we wouldn't be able to do the live streams, which are very fun. Robbie says, I do not attend games anymore. I used to be able to stand on the sideline before Reggie and the WRSC people screwed it up. Too many idiots, and I like watching the rest of the games. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is if you go to the games, you tailgate, it becomes very difficult to track what's going on in the rest of college football. Which, like, if I wasn't working in media, I would probably sacrifice that, fine. But it's very important that I know what happens in all of those games every Saturday. So 5 on the play clock. This is a huge drive for USC. Penalties. This is like the the Cotton Bowl Tulane, where it's like USC offensively, you got to put this game away. You just put this game away. Don't put the game in the hands of your defense. Go out there, get a touchdown, put it away, win. 17 on the play clock. But the problem is just they're finding no room to run. Like, now would be like, as much as I was sort of trying to explain / defend my not running, like, now would be the time to pull out the QB keeper. West Texas Mike says, these are not your touchdown raisins, rot podcasters. Yeah. I've thought about getting touchdown raisins. What, 10 on the play clock. See, this is just so obvious. Wow, there you go, Wormley! Oh, that was way too obvious, but good job from the back to turn that into a positive. Marcelo says Four Peaks is generic. Excuse me, Four Peaks has the best chicken tenders on the planet.
Bar none.
Bar none. And they've got good beer. I enjoy their beer.
Elite fries.
The fries are incredible. Everything about Four Peaks. All right. 12 on the play clock. Biggest play of the game for the offense. Three, two, one. This is not the way I would have done it. Yeah, that's not the way I would have done it. There's got to be more. There's got to be other options other than the blind throw it up. Like that is pass interference, but on the blind throw it downfield, YOLO, on a 3rd and 6 that can decide the game. There's got to be something.
I don't think that's PI.
I mean, it could have been called, but it also didn't have to be called.
Like,
yeah, I figured that's why it wasn't called in the first place. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm in danger.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. You just, like, there's other plays that you can run that can get you 6 yards. It's not 16 yards. You just need 6. I know you had him in single coverage, but this feels so much like Tulane. This feels so much like frickin' Tulane. Only thing missing is a special teams gaff. Yeah, West Texas Mike, that was totally a perfect moment for the tight end in the flat. A tight end curl. You know, a drag. Something that you know you can complete the pass and keep running the clock. Like, there's a certain point where you either need the 3rd down or you need to be running the clock. And there are throws that you could have made that would accomplish closer to both. Even if you don't get the 3rd down, at least the clock's running. I don't like it. Tackle, guys. Okay. All right. Gus's world famous fried chicken was outstanding. Loved everything about that experience. Their sweet tea was great. The chicken was super juicy.
A little spicy.
Little spicy. A little spicy for us, but the mac and cheese was great. And the potato salad was very cooling. Oh! Is that a fumble? Is that a fumble? Let's go! Who was on that sack? I thought that was a screen based on how quickly everybody got through there. In live, I thought he was hit into it forward, but okay. All right, we got to see this replay. It was Cam Crawford. That's not a pass. Is it? I don't know that it's coming forward. I guess it is coming forward. It is funny that comes off the helmet.
Yeah, he doesn't lose it. Like,
yeah, that's
he does a very crazy, weird job of not losing the ball with the hit.
Yes. Yeah, I thought at first that as he was going back, Crawford hits him and then it slips out of his hand.
Yeah, but it's in his hand the whole time.
Crawford hits him and it starts moving forward and then it slips out of his hands, which
feels like it defies physics.
Is annoying, but yeah. All right, now's big play. It's going to be 2 plays, guys. You got to get a stop.
I don't think it was backward either.
Big tackle! Oh, he fights for it. I think he got it. That last effort he gave, I think got it.
Badger's doing his I'm super tired sleep.
Mm-hmm.
He tucks his head in.
I love that. One of the other things I was doing instead of putting together the shelving units that are currently taking up a lot of space in our kitchen, I got a set of fence posts with a mesh fence to create a little mini dog park for the dogs. And I took them to the park today, and they got to spend an hour sort of going between sniffing and watching whatever else was out there and playing and all that kind of stuff. So I think they had a good time, and that's why they're both sleeping pretty peacefully. Yeah, Tim in LA, what a concept. On 3rd and 6, they threw for about 6 yards. Yeah. The annoying thing too about that is Lincoln Riley is a very good designer of plays. USC has so many plays that are so well designed that could have gotten you.
Just run your offense.
Just run your offense, yeah. And your offense shouldn't all be YOLO. You can throw up a YOLO ball every once in a while, but on a play where you have to get the yards, that's not the YOLO time. That is not the YOLO time. All right. There's a lot of people on Twitter complaining about the fumble. I don't. Yeah, it doesn't leave his hand until it's well forward.
I think the thing is, like, the way he's hit, normally the ball would come out right then.
Right there.
But it weirdly doesn't.
He's got it in his hand right there when it's past his helmet.
Watch, here it is again. Yeah, in his hand. In.
So that the analysis on the broadcast right now, Michael, was
that could have been backwards.
Get him! Yes. Was that the definition for a forward pass is that the quarterback has to be moving his arm forward, and that it can't be the hit that moves his arm forward. At which case, then I could see it would have been interesting to see a review. I think there's no chance that they. There's no chance that they would have overturned, though. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully just a cramp. See, and this is how I don't understand people who say, like, it's a meaningless bowl game. I am sitting here, like, stressed out of my mind. I am like heart rate up, like tension. That's a big hit. That's the other thing. We're seeing a lot of big hits, and we're seeing a lot of group tackling when they do get the tackles. This is going to be an interesting chess match now, though, because TCU can kick a field goal to tie. Touchdown wins it, depending on what time they do it. Lawrence says, this is USC without Lemon Lane. It isn't good. USC needs Cam Coleman. I mean, yeah, I would take Cam Coleman or Nick Marsh or, any number of those guys. But this is USC without Mekhi Lemon, Jacoby Lane, Elijah Page, Alani Noah, Walker Lyons, Lake McCree, Killian O'Connor, and just like, Wayman Jordan, Eli Sanders, Brian Jackson. There's a lot of guys missing. The majority of the players on the field for USC's offense are freshmen. There's no way. Going to be PI or like a holding? That flag flew so high. I thought it was the ball for a second. Oh. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because it was a hold anyways, so. All right. This looks like field goal range. $13 on the play clock. See, I think that's something USC could do more often with Mayava is like that little designed QB run draw. Ground? Ref had a good view of that, but I don't know. Flag. I was waiting for the flag. All right. That's a good breakup. All right, 2nd and 10, 18 on the play clock. Okay. They asked why Lincoln Riley is calling the timeout, because if they score a touchdown, you want some seconds on the clock. It's not that hard. Oh. Ten on the play clock. Big hit! Well done, Marcellus. Riley should have called a timeout there. Or do you keep it to ice the kicker? I would be very on the lookout for a fake. I don't know if you... This is a weird spot to do a fake from, but I would be very looking out for it.
I don't think you can fake it here.
It's a bowl game.
There's 3 seconds left. You got to score that fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go for the win.
That's a long...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an awkward spot, but...
You're way ahead, so you gotta do play-by-play on this.
Okay. 24 on the play clock. Kicker is lining up his shot. He is ready to go. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's good. Okay. Listen, in the chat. Listen, everyone by this point, I would hope, knows how I feel about the head coach. So it is kind of funny that I'm the one saying this, that like this game, nothing about this game is proof or confirmation or anything like that, that Lincoln Riley is not USC's right coach. Like this has been this has been an extremely encouraging game from my perspective.
I think the only Riley gripe of this game is the pass on 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
I genuinely do not care about the defensive performance.
I think the defensive performance is way more positive than negative. The missed tackle's been frustrating. The DB's playing off, but that's been frustrating. But like the overall defensive performance, the way that they've played hard, the way they've hit hard, the way they've been aggressive, the way that they've rushed the passer and gotten out to plays in the flat and done all of those things. Like I think there's a ton in this game to be very encouraged by from the defense. And on offense, again, like as I put on Twitter, the majority of the players on the field right now are either freshmen or have not played at all this season. The offense being discombobulated and feeling weird is that, like, there's a very clear explanation why. There are way more FRs on this depth chart than most teams will have. It's, this is not a reflection of whether or not Lincoln Riley can run a good offense or call good plays. King has 100 yards, 102 yards. Does that put him over Rojo?
No, he needed 115.
9-7, so he's got 975. So overtime works. So we can see if we can get King his record. All right. QAnon says SC's last series was dreadful. A 9th grade JV team coaching sucks. I mean, USC's last series, they couldn't run the ball. That's not like play calling. That's, you're running an offensive line that is like 90% freshmen and 50% guys who aren't starters. Like it doesn't have to be everything doesn't need to be an indictment on the coaching staff. There's plenty to indict this coaching staff. Trust me, I've been doing it all season. But like, if you can't run the ball because your offensive line has never played together and it's a bunch of like patchwork stuff, then that's just the reality where you are. Like with the players that you have, it's not that deep. 18 on the play clock. There's King. That's not going to go towards his rushing total. God damn it.
What happened? Did he score?
No, he gained like 15 yards on a pass. Do I need to play by play for you?
The thing was frozen and I had to.
Okay. I'll play by play for the rest of the way. 17 on the play clock. USC's in the pistol.
Okay, now
You're back?
I'm backward.
Okay. There's a handoff. Oh. PI? He looked like he was on top of him. That's a good block by Tabarachi.
It's a good sell, the PI, but that's not PI.
Yeah. Well, he pulls him. That's PI.
That's
that grab
fair.
is a PI.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, now on that replay, yeah.
15 on the play clock. I do not like... That's PI.
Yeah, that's clearly PI.
But also, I do not... That's not...
But why...
Into double coverage. We don't need to keep throwing fades. That's a big... He's got him hooked around the shoulder pad. Like, there's no question about that. That's... Tim says, goal line fade into double coverage. Shake my fucking head. Yeah, we're about to see another goal line fade here. I guarantee it. 14 on the play clock. I would love to see a QB run. Oh, and that's Elijah Vicona in there too. That's the freshman Elijah Vicona. Did they bring in an extra lineman or is
95 is in there?
Yeah, is Tobias Raymond in there? Raymond? No, he must have just come in for that play. Can we not? What? You haven't been able to get down the middle this entire game. Your offensive line is not your strength. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't understand opting for the least percentage plays here. Up the middle and fades. Like, yeah. There's other options here.
This is where you run the QB keeper. This is where you do the read keeper. This is where you spread them out and do a QB draw. This is where there's a million things you can do. Not just running straight down the middle at a wall of bodies.
And now this is a crappy angle for Sayeri.
But it's a bad throw either way because the throw is to the outside. Samuel asks, I'm so upset. Why is Mayaba not under center? Being under center would not have solved anything about that sequence of plays. Being under center would not have solved anything about that sequence of plays.
They got stuffed under center earlier.
Yes. Come on, Ryan. Okay.
I half expected a miss just because of the angle.
Yeah. Those first two plays are so frustrating. There are so many other plays you could be running. I get the first down run. I get it. You cannot just run up the middle twice in a row when you've been getting stuffed the way that you've been getting stuffed all game. It's one thing if you have a senior-laden offensive line. It's one thing if they've proven that you can trust them in these situations. This is the offensive line you do not run those plays with. You are in mitigate mode on this offensive line. Do one of those little quick curls to the tight end. See if he can fall into the end zone. Get Maeva out on a scramble. 12 on the play clock. That's out. Oh, you're kidding me.
There's no way.
Jesus. They're going to review it. I'm wondering if he had control.
I don't know that he had control until he was already down.
That's my question, is when he has the ball like in his belly.
His foot is in, but like he doesn't have control until he lands, and by that time he's out of bounds.
So he doesn't have control. He doesn't have control, though. We need the other angle.
I don't know that you can overturn it, though.
No, especially not with these freaking cameras. See, he doesn't have control there. No, does he? But it bobbles out of his.
He's still
out of
pinning
his stomach,
it to his
though.
body, though. Like, so,
but it's sort of like.
So
these cameras are not going to show us what we need to see.
That
looks like it's bobbling there, but again, these potato cams aren't going to show you.
It looks like it's bobbling, but I don't think you can overturn it.
No. Oh, thank God.
What happened?
Incomplete.
Have they already done it?
Yes.
Are you that far ahead of me?
I guess so.
Or did they just didn't show the ref? They
No, they didn't show the. Are you on 2nd and 10 showing Sonny Dykes?
Yes, but I don't have the audio.
No, they didn't show the ref.
Okay. I was going to say, what?
$14 on the play clock. Watch this formation, trips down below. Get to him! Yes! There you go, Cam. That's big. All right, I swear to God, guys. I swear to God, you cannot be playing so far off that you let them either convert this 3rd down or get way back into field goal range. This right now, if you can stop them short enough. This is a really tough kick if you can stop them short enough. You don't want to give up ground. 15 on the play clock. See, the thing about that getting overturned, though, is that, like, the fumble that didn't get reviewed is, like, it's just as narrow of a margin I thought live that I saw him bobbling it at his stomach as he was coming down to the ground. And that's clearly what they thought they saw. .23 on the play clock. Get in there, Cam. Jesus Christ! Did he step out of bounds? Oh my God, fuck off. Jesus Christ. This is the Cotton Bowl all over again. This is the Cotton Bowl all over again. It is fitting that this game ends on the defense not being able to tackle. They had it. They had any one of those tackles, and they're forcing a field goal and continuing, potentially winning the game.
Well, Ken Seals now 1-22 against power conference opponents. All right, we'll hop off so we can hop onto the podcast.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for streaming with us. I'm sorry
We'll be back right at 10.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
See ya.